Yo, Internet, what's up? How's it going? It's me, Alex, back again with a whole nother YouTube video. Now, today I'm going to be doing another Reddit review, and this time it's going to be, on Am I the Butthole? And yeah, let's roll the intro, get into it, buckle your seatbelts, it's about to be a bumpy ride. Alright, so today's first post comes from Winter-Leadership 475. Am I the butthole for saying I don't see why I'd name my child after my stepmother when both her grandkids are? My stepmother has 3 kids, 32 male, 29 female, and 24 female. My dad has me, 26 female, and they got married when I was 5, and her kids were 3 and 8 and 11. My mom died 3 years ago into their marriage, and and I went from every other weekend to full time there. My stepmother started treating me the very same as her kids and started dropping the step. I never did. She's now a grandmother to 2 grandkids. Both are named after her granddaughter. Both are named after her. Her granddaughter has the same name as a first name. Her grandson has a male variant of her first name. I had my daughter a couple of weeks ago and named her after my mom and her husband's mom. The name caused quite the stir because my stepmother's name was not part of her name. I didn't engage at first, but then a couple of days ago I called into a Zoom session with my dad, stepmother, and her kids, where they asked why her name was excluded. When she's named both my grandmothers, my response was that I wanted to name her after my mom and my husband's mom, who is still alive, and that stepmother already had both grandkids named after her. She was very upset and left crying. My dad told me the way I say it makes it seem like she's not my little one's grandmother. Her 2 oldest were like, yeah, I said their mom was my little one's grandmother, the same way my dad is their kid's grandfather. In that she is known as a step grandparent. They said that was different, and I told them it wasn't. My dad told me it was very different because his wife became my mom after my mom's death. Alright, so I say that you're not the butthole in this post. Your stepmom seems just very spoiled after having all the kids named after her. And that just doesn't seem very right. I mean, you should be able to name the kids what you think that, well, you have the right to name them, and your mother and your stepmother and your your father can't name them or can't pick the name for you. So this next post comes from the throwaway 99376275151. Am I the butthole for refusing to pay the full amount to replace a laptop my child and dog destroyed? My husband's cousin is our house guest this week while interviewing for a job in our city. We have 2 kids, 4 and 6, and a black lab. Cousin is on East Coast time and gets up early. Sits at the kitchen table with his laptop and a cup of coffee, where the Wi-Fi is strong. Wi-Fi is shorty in the guest room until the rest of us get up, but he kept leaving his laptop open on the table when he would go upstairs to get ready for the day. The first time I moved his computer to a safer area and told him not to leave it on the table because the probability of something being spilled upon it is high. The second time I moved it and reminded him of the dangers. The third time I moved it, but didn't say anything. The fourth time I just left there while rushing around trying to get the kids to dance class. The 4-year-old was eating a bowl of cereal at the table and ate half of it and got up from the table without clearing her dishes. Along comes the Fatty the Labrador and flips the bowl of cereal and begins to slurp off the table like a pig at his trough. Milk landed on the open keyboard and caused a short. Obviously, we have some culpability in the damages, so I offered to pay for half. Cousin was, in my opinion, adequately warned of the danger and failed to protect his stuff. He thinks we should pay 100%. I stood pretty firm on this, and now he's very awkward in the house, but his flight home is tomorrow. Husband wants just to pay the full amount to keep the peace, but I think that's unreasonable. Am I the butthole for not taking full responsibility for his ruined laptop? No, I don't think you are the butthole. You warned him, gave him full warning, and After the fourth time, I mean, you give him 4 times to try to fix it, but he didn't do that, and that's just karma. Your actions will always have consequences, and he just got karma that time. Okay, so the last post of today is by Odd Issue 5754. Am I the butthole for telling my daughter I'm not paying for her wedding just because her older sister is able to afford a really nice one? My wife and I are lawyers. One of our kids went down the same path while the other decided to go down more an artsy route, which we were 100% supportive of. Her sister got married last year, pre-pandemic, and they had a beautiful wedding. Now the little one is planning to get married later this year, and she wants something similar to what her sister had. I know her older sister's wedding cost around $40,000, so I told the younger one if she wanted something like that, she'd have to pay for herself, just like her sister did. We told her we'd help out with 2,000, but she said we were ruining her most important day by not pitching in more. Not pitching in more, even though we can. Am I the butthole? No, there's no way you're the butthole in this situation. The older daughter was able to afford a wedding that cost $40,000. I mean, that's a whole lot of PCs and PS5s. But yeah, she was able to afford more because she saved her money, and I mean, 2,000 that would be nice for you could still get a very good wedding with that. And I feel like the younger daughter is becoming spoiled, so yeah, I would maybe have to watch out for even more stuff coming from your younger daughter. Yeah. Alright, boys and girls, now it's time to wrap up the video. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. And yeah, today's shout out goes to my main man, Zendigo. I'm going to leave a link to his Twitch. I don't know if he has a YouTube. If he does, I will link that as well. But yeah, everybody, had a great time sharing these stories with you. Try not to be a butthole because you just might end up on the subreddit. Yeah, I'm out. Peace.